Howdy folks, quick one today, I hope. It's getting real close to Christmas and I need a box for this. This is the iPhone 5S that my wife is getting for Christmas. She likes small phones, has no interest in the new ones. So it was off to Swappa to get this, which means I got a great phone at a great price, but no box. What I do have is a couple of scraps of this pine left over from my son's headboard and a little bit of 1/4-inch birch ply that's not too disgusting. So let's head over to the table saw and see if we can't quick whip up a box. I'm ripping my pine stock to about 2 inches wide to form the sides and ends of the box. Then it goes on to the table saw sled to cut it nice and square and to the right length using a clamp as a stop block. I need a groove for the slide in and out top and front. I'm just going to take that with a couple of saw blade kerfs. Then it's off to glue up. All right, when you go to glue this thing together, the most important thing is that you get it square. If it's racked, then the lid that slides in and out of here is not going to slide in and out. While that's drying, I can cut out the bottom. I intentionally cut this back piece about 1/8 of an inch oversized because it's going to be a lot easier to flush trim it with a router than to cut it to exactly the right size on the table saw. Okay, this slidey lid is a bit of an interesting bugger. It ends up being a T-shaped piece. There's the narrower bulk of it that slides between these two rails, and then there's a full width part at the top, which ends up starting to form the handle. I've got it roughed to length and width. The top of the T handle part will get flush trimmed with the rest of it, but the part that slides down in there, that needs to be cut pretty exactly. I decided to up the personalization ante on this box by doing an inkjet transfer to the front of it. You need a piece of freezer paper, which is plastic coated on one side. Run it through the printer, make sure what you're printing out is a mirror image of what you want to be on your box. And then while it's wet, you can just press the ink into the wood. It'll transfer relatively cleanly. If it spreads out or smears a little bit, you can always sand it off later. Fortunately, inkjet ink is water-based, so you can spray lacquer over it to seal it in, and it doesn't mess up the ink. Couple of minutes with a hot glue gun and some leftover red fabric, and you got yourself one Christmas box. Now all I have to do is find somebody to teach my wife how to use the bloody phone. The absolute very merriest of Christmases to you, YouTube, and Happy New Year's as well. I think I'm gonna manage to sneak one more video in before it's officially 2016, but I'd be remiss if I didn't thank all of you for what a wonderful year 2015 has been. You've all been extremely generous and kind with your subscriptions, with the messages, and even in the comments, which I think is a first for YouTube. I think there's some stuff you're gonna like coming in 2016. But in the meantime, enjoy your friends, your family, hopefully a little bit of peace and quiet. And above all, stay safe, YouTube.